Hold on, I literally forgot my drink. Hey guys. Thank God. Okay. Why is my couch so uncomfortable today? What is going on? Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Talking Journal. I'm your host, Christian. We've been over this numerous times. I'm here today to talk about... also everybody around me decided to fucking lawn mow late at night, so... I don't know why we're mowing or sawing anything, but we are. So, nonetheless, today we're going to be talking about also the fucking birds and animals right now, or fucking cicadas. I don't even know, but they're all being loud. But this comes out tomorrow, so here we are to talk. Anyway, today we're talking about letting other people's presence or other people's mood, in a sense, or actions, opinions, perchance, impact you. Because I used to let people mood impact me, whether it was in a positive way, whether it was in a negative way. And I don't know what happened, and I can't quite pinpoint the time. I guess I could give you a relative time. I think it was around March of last year, so March of 2024. I want to say it was around there. It might have been January, February, because I was negative around that time. But when I was expecting people to leave me alone and let me kind of work through it, and I don't know, get through my whole mood, because that's kind of how I work. When I'm in a bad mood or something, I just want to kind of fight the battle on my own, and when people try and interfere, it kind of makes it worse for me. So I felt hypocritical, being guess they're in a bad mood again, you know what I mean? But I was also talking to people that were that way. I had a friend who was always why are you in such a bad mood? Why are you in a bad mood all the time? Hey, why are you in a bad mood again? And when people do that, it doesn't really make you in a good mood, and it can actually lead you to I don't know, change who you are and who your mood, I don't know, change your actions in a way that you wouldn't have otherwise. So for example, when I was trying to battle it on my own and get through it, I just wanted to get through it, but it let me, Jesus, when I had this friend, and being why are you in such a bad mood all the time, it would cause me to, I don't even know how to articulate what I'm thinking right now, but it would lead me to kind of people please in a way, and put on a fake version of me that wasn't even real, because I was not a happy camper, especially during that time. I was really very not in a good place mentally. So it just, having that person that was why are you in such a bad mood? Oh, Christian's in a bad mood again. Here he goes in a bad mood, probably mad at me again. No, I'm just going through really a shitty time in my life, and you're making that very hard. You're making it worse ultimately, because you think that my problems are suddenly yours. But also, it did go the other way too, because when I was positive / kind of happy in a way, I guess you could say happy, just when I was up, let's say, I kind of expected people to also be in that way, or not be in a damper kind of mood, and that is so fucked up. Let me tell you what, I was literally turning into the friend that I had. It was, I don't know, it was bad. It really was you are who you surround yourself with type of scenario. And that is so unfair to expect people to do that. So if you're happy, or in a more positive mood, or if you're just genuinely a happier person than most, a more, you're on average happier than other people, and just uplifting, and that is great. I'm so glad for you, but do not ever expect people to be happy just so you can feel happy or so your mood is then good, because that is so bitchy. And that is literally what I was doing, because I don't know what it was. Like, maybe it was partially the friend, but it also could have just been me before I had this, like, big realization, you know? And it just leads to people in a bad mood to kind of, like I said, go back to what I was saying, people please in a way. And I know people love to use that term all the time, but it does kind of apply to this too. It kind of applies to it definitely applies to a lot of different things. But it also, like, for me, I would then be in a more energetic, positive, happy, uplifting mood when I was around that one friend I was talking about before. And it wasn't me. And it actually, like, ultimately made me kind of like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, like, I had, like, turmoil because I knew it wasn't me, and I knew I didn't act like this to anybody else. Like, I am a more calming person. Like, I definitely am not, like, I have my moments where I'm all energetic, but typically I run, like, a calm vibe. Like, I have moments of energetic, but, like, at the end of the day, when I get home and I'm not with people, I am a calm person. And especially with certain people, like, I'm definitely able to be more calm, because in a way I still do get really energetic. Like, for example, at work, I'm definitely a little more energetic than I am, say, here with you guys. Actually, I'm a little more energetic here, but I save my energy for this, whereas work, I'm just, like, faking it, you know what I mean? But when it's just me, and I have this one friend who's just as calm as me, and, like, very, like, she also has her moments, you know, where she's more energetic, but being with her is the easiest thing ever, because she doesn't expect me to be in a good mood when she's in a good mood, and I try not to expect that from her either, because that's so unfair. And if you don't like that, just don't be friends with them. I don't know what to tell you, because if you truly, like, can't be with a person that's in a negative mood, and this is such a hot take, because everybody's like, me when I'm with that friend that is always in a bad mood, you really don't know what they're going through. And I get it. It's like, well, still, can't they be nice? Or can't they, you know, be happy for once in their lives? Saying something like that, it's very kind of naive and shallow, very out of touch, because you don't know what they're going through. I just dropped like 3 buzzwords, so I hope you were, you know. Anyway, when people are so happy all the time, that's great for the people who match their energy. And it's awesome when you are, like, at a party, per se, and you saved your energy for that party, or you're just more energetic that day. And it's awesome to see that one friend. But to be, like, say, best friends with one of those people, it's just not healthy if you guys don't have that same vibe. And I know people are like, opposites attract and everything. In my case, not really. I wouldn't agree with that in this scenario, because, well, I guess I'm only thinking of one person. But with this one person, like, I don't think so. Just because I have such, I don't know, I'm not very energetic all the time. I'm pretty monotone. And there's some times where I am passionate about stuff, so I will, like, go on a rant, and I will talk. And when I'm alone, I'm definitely like that. So, like, right now, or when I film YouTube videos, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I have energy for that. And you know what I mean? Like, in safe environments, that's what I feel like. But in environments where, like I said, you get mad when I'm not in the best of moods like you are, you know what I mean? And again, like I said, doing it just for them and not for yourself can lead to bad things, very bad things. And again, if you're a negative person sometimes, and it could be all the time too, or just sad and going through, like, say, a depressive episode or something like that, making yourself appear happy isn't gonna make you happy. I know some people think that is, and, like, being around really, really happy people all the time is gonna cure that. In my case, I would argue not. Maybe occasionally, like like I said, that one friend who has that calming vibe, like, if they were happier and not, like, over the top, like, expecting me to be so happy with them, then I would be a little bit happier, you know what I mean? Obviously, that's not going to solve, like, say, a depressive episode. Maybe, if it's, like, light, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I've never had it that way, like, where it just solves that. Being around somebody just, like, solves that. That probably is a beautiful thing if it can be experienced, or if someone has experienced that. I just haven't. And I just think it's damaging to act a certain way to please somebody else so they don't get, like, say, mad at you, or say you're not contributing to the friendship, or say you're a bad friend, you know what I mean? Things like that. And there are people like that who are like, I'm just a fixer. I've seen this in my life where people are just like, well, I just really want to make everybody feel welcome and have everybody feel happy all the time. That is so nice until it's not, because it actually does get damaging to the people who are not in good moods all the time, because that's just, I'm sorry, it's unattainable. That lifestyle for people who are a little bit more negative, say depressed too, and just not happy all the time, having a friends like that can be so damaging, and it's unattainable to act like that. And especially when people are like, I've seen this online too, where people are like, I'm just a fixer. I just have to be like, I want to fix people's moods. No, absolutely not. If you are sad, you are totally valid. Nobody should expect anything from you. And you can be like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm just not in a good mood right now. And I don't know when this will pass. It will pass, maybe, eventually it will pass. And it could be a long time. It could be a short amount of time. But for people to nitpick at you and say, well, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. You're a bad friend. I really don't like what you're doing and saying to me right now. That is great until someone comes to you and is like, hey, like, I'm going through a rough time. The feeling is so crazy. I'm not kidding. When I would be like the worst, like peak, like end of March, early April of 2024, if somebody had come up to me and been like, you know, I really don't think you're contributing to our friendship right now, and I'm a fixer, so I really want to make you happy all the time. And no, because it is not a you thing. Fixers, I don't hate you. I'm just saying that sometimes people's mood isn't based on you. And it's kind of, I know for them it's innate to be thinking that. Usually people are just born like that, and they want to do that and stuff like that, and they want to make people feel good all the time, and they don't ever want anyone to be mad at them ever, and they can't stand anyone who's being sad or anything like that. I don't hate you. I'm just saying it is so damaging for me, at least. I don't know if anyone feels this way, but it's so damaging for someone to be like, well, I'm just a fixer and I really want you to be happy, and it's my fault. No, it's not. There is some people where it's just deep. Like, you know what I mean? It's just deeper than, say, like a friendship with you. Like, it's not that you didn't buy dinner last time. I promise you. It's just that right now I'm going through a rough patch in my life, and if you can't accept that, then I don't know what to tell you, because I don't want to say we can't be friends, but sometimes I do, like, have to do that and I'm not very showy about that. I try and keep it under locks, or just stay silent in moments where I'm feeling more depressed and just not having energy, because I don't want other people to feel that and let that impact them. But also, that's toxic for me, because here I am, people-pleasing, thinking about how my actions are influencing other people, which is so good, and that is a great quality to have, by the way. But it isn't good when you are, like, kind of thinking negatively upon yourself, when this is just something that will pass. There are periods in my life where I'm just, like, again, sadder than usual, and in those moments to be like, yeah, I really just hate myself. Like, why can't I be happy? like, now this person doesn't want to be friends with me, they probably hate me. To be thinking about other people and not prioritizing yourself in those scenarios is not good, and it's never worked out for me. Instead, I would recommend just focusing on yourself, telling them, hey, I'm going through this right now, and this can be hard, by the way. I'm going through this right now. I got to get through this right now. And this isn't having to do anything with you. It is an internal battle I'm fighting. And you coming to me trying to fix my mood isn't going to help me. So I just really need space right now. And if they can't give you that, then I would advise you to, take a step back from that friendship, not permanently, just while you're in those moments of, I don't even know what to call them, but in moments where you're not happy all the time. Again, it's unattainable to be happy all the time. I don't care what anyone says. Someone has to be sad at some point in their lives. That is inevitable. But for people like me, or it could be more intense than what I am too, where that's just common. That is life for us, and it sucks for us. But to have somebody else come in and be like, yeah, God, this person's just really negative all the time, and I just can never hang out with them, then don't. People who are like that, who are like, I just can't hang out with this person because they're so negative all the time. Like, they're just such a bad person. No. Then you need to find people in your life who isn't sad and is more like you, who is happy, quote unquote, all the time. And again, I've seen people, all different types of lifestyles, who aren't happy all the time. It's unattainable. I've seen people who have the best of lives, basically Nepo baby, you know what I mean? Very rich, has community around them, has a support system, who are still have moments of sadness, still have depressive episodes. That is inevitable for us who aren't happy all the time. And it's just mind-boggling to me that people can be quote-unquote happy all the time. I've never met somebody, well, I think I have, like I said, mentioned that friend before, where just expects people to be in a good mood all the time. And while I just completely ripped into fixers, that's what I'm calling them now, I completely ripped into the fixers of it all, I also appreciate you guys, because I do understand and I empathize with you that having people who are negative all the time can suck. It's the reality of it all. Again, it's not you, it's them, it's what they're going through, and you just have to accept that you can't do anything about it. And it does suck. Like I said, it sucks when people, like, you're in a really good mood and you want to tell somebody something and they're just going through it right now. And I've done that before. Even someone who has realized this and who actively tries not to make people feel like they have to be in a certain mood around me. Even people who are so positive, I try and I don't want them to not be positive around me, or I don't want them to always have a calming nature. Like, sometimes I don't want that either. Sometimes I do want an overly happy person, which is why that is good to have such a good variety of different people in your lives. So then you could turn to those people in times of sadness, or times of where you just need some calm time, or when you need a positive energy. You know what I mean? Sigh. Okay. Anyways, I get it. It sucks to have a quote unquote party pooper, and I've been the party pooper, so I'm allowed to say this. So guys, I'm not raining on your parade, because I'm part of the parade that's getting rained on, all right? It does suck. And when you want to tell somebody some news and they're just going through it, but maybe sense a mood first, and then if they're not in a good mood, maybe don't tell them that you, landed this good new job or a good gig that you just booked, and maybe they're struggling with work right now. Maybe wait for that. But also, you also want to have friends that can still be happy for you in moments like that. You know what I mean? Like, I have this one friend who's really going through it right now, but still has managed to congratulate me on things I'm doing. Also, kind of a little bit of jealousy in there. And that's fine. That's fine. And just, not jealousy, I guess, but envy maybe. Or just feeling like they're behind. That's fine too. But I still don't let their mood impact me, even if they're in a negative way. And that really does suck because I've been a fixer before. And sometimes I still am. I do catch myself doing it sometimes where I'm trying to like figure out what's wrong in their lives. But sometimes they can't even pinpoint it themselves. Like, I've been in bad moods or in episodes in my life where I am just sad and I can't explain it and nothing can fix it. Like, seriously, like I'm kind of in one right now where I'm just kind of blank. I don't really know what I feel right now. There's times where I'm happy randomly and there's times where I'm sad randomly, and nothing can fix those. Like, I don't know, like, for example, this morning I was just so, and last night I was so confused because I was in a bad mood and I couldn't figure out why. And I figure, like, for example, here we go again, ranting. Last night I got home from work and I was like, I need something right now, but I don't know what it is. So I started being like, a shake would be good. Ooh, a moo latte from Dairy Queen would be good. Or, ooh, should I DoorDash? And in those moments, I have gone through moments like this so many times in my life where I know that nothing is going to fix that. And no matter what kind of craving it is, it's going to come. And episodes like that come and go all the time. It's a matter of waiting them out or doing things to actively still try and not do, like, fall into it deeper than you already are. You know what I mean? Like, taking care of yourself, showering frequently and not falling off of that, brushing your teeth, things like that, or doing something creative or not all the time, sometimes during the day, maybe reading a book, maybe journaling. Doing beautiful things for yourself while still being sad inside is max what you can do. And I get it. Sometimes you don't want to do that. But don't try and solve it with these little things that aren't going to make you happy long term. You know what I mean? I didn't DoorDash, by the way. So, I don't know. My greatest advice is to try and not let people's moods, positive and negative, impact you. Just as long as you know where you are and what you stand with, this is going to make no sense at all, that is you. And to try and not let other people's actions or personalities impact where you are, even if they're like a really positive person, don't let that affect who you are, unless, I mean, you're trying to become that person, but don't let that make you feel bad about yourself for being in a bad mood, because I hate that. But also, if you're a positive person talking to a negative person, don't let that get you in a bad mood either, because they are just going through something and they need to battle that, sometimes on their own. All right, there's nothing you can do about it, and you just got to accept that there is nothing you can do. And I know that sucks. I am a control freak, and giving that up sucks because you can't solve something. But once you do, it's kind of beautiful, actually. But also, I'm seeing both sides of it, because I've literally been in all scenarios in here. And some people are just fixers and don't go through bad moods as frequently as I do or as other people do. So it's just a matter of knowing yourself and knowing that sometimes you can't change what other people are feeling. And like, if someone's in a good mood, you can't change that either. It's rude to expect them to be sad for you or be calm for you, like I was saying earlier. Like, it's just, that is their personality, that is who they are, and you have to respect that because you signed up to be friends with this person. Otherwise, I would recommend taking a step back. Again, like I said, get a big group of people. And I don't always recommend a big group of people, because while there's pros and cons to both, I try and keep my circle small. I have like a positive person, and I have like more of a calming person, negative person, And that's kind of my whole circle right now. Like, I don't really talk to a lot of people because in my case, that's just has never led to good things. For me personally, in the groups I've been in, you can go watch the what being in different friend groups has taught me episode. But here I am plugging myself right now. Also, wait, let me plug this. If you're watching the video version, you can't even see my shirt, but I made this shirt. I probably won't put the link, but if you guys like it, let me know. Anyways, again, look into getting a bigger variety of people in your life. Why do I keep saying that? Like, in your lives? No, in your life that you can turn to in those moments in your life. I'm just kidding. In your life. And have balance with them. Or don't be friends with the people that make you feel really, really bad. For example, that girl I was talking about earlier that wasn't making me feel good when I was in bad moods. So that's all I have for you today. Sorry, I got very passionate there, but this is just something I feel strongly about. Anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, mark your calendar because I upload every Wednesday and Sunday on this podcast. And you can keep up with the podcast anywhere. You can stream video on Spotify and YouTube only, and you can keep up for updates and journal prompts on the Talking Journal's Instagram and TikTok at the Talking Journal. That's it. You can keep up with me anywhere too, I guess. You don't really want to, you can subscribe to my YouTube, Mr. Christian Powell. That's it. That's literally all I have for you today. And I can't wait to talk to you soon. Okay? Tomorrow I have the day off, so I'm going to be filming another episode. I don't know what yet. I'm going to figure it out. Actually, I think I have one that I might film. Anyway, after this, I got to go do homework. No, I'm dead ass because school starts soon, and I'm behind. Woo, boy. I have a summer assignment, and boy, I'm behind. I'm only halfway through my book right now. And I finished the note cards, but I have to still learn the note cards, so that's what I got to do there, too. Anyway, that's all I have for you. You don't really care, so I'm not going to bore you with my school story. Like, nobody cares. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. You guys really do mean a lot to me, and I hope this brought you something. And if it didn't, I'm so sorry. Wait till the next one, I guess? I don't know what to say. Anyway, thanks for listening. Oh, audio anywhere else, by the way. You can also listen to audio on Spotify, obviously. Anyway, seriously, that's all I have. I need to end this, otherwise I'll just keep talking. Like, I'm in the mood to talk now. Like, I really wasn't until every time I do this, I'm, like, not in the mood to film an episode, but then after I do it, it's kind of like showering, you know? But after I do it, I'm just, like, I want to talk. Like, I want to keep filming. Guys, I don't have another episode with notes on, so can't keep talking. Gotta go do homework now in the summer. Okay, seriously, bye guys. I hope you have a great night, morning, day, whatever, and I will see you shortly. Again, every Wednesday and Sunday. Bye. Bye.